Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new testimonial video. My name is Shashank, founder of Passion to Purpose program on a mission to help working professionals build a business around their passion without quitting their job. Today I have a special guest, Salim. He is one of our esteemed clients of Passion to Purpose. Now, many congratulations, Samim. And Samim has done a phenomenal job. He has not only started his business around his passion without quitting his job, but also has experienced a massive transformation in his personal life as well. So we'll learn more from Samim. What was his journey and what went well? What were the things he had to, or the challenges he had to go through in order to be at this position where he is right now? So again, welcome Samim, and many congratulations for generating a revenue of 1 lakh per month. Now, Samim, tell us something about your background. What were you doing before starting this entrepreneurship journey or joining Passion to Purpose?
Hi everyone, this is Samim. So I'm right now working in an MNC company in a senior position. So I've been working in IT for a long time, 15 years now. So right out of college, I joined my job and I've been working in IT ever since then. So I've not tried something during this time, except until now while I've joined Shashank. So from the time I joined my job, I understood that this is not the right thing for me. I'll not be able to excel really because this is not something that I'm passionate about, but I didn't know what I can really do to create an alternate source of income or a purpose where I will be happy to get up every day in the morning and work on something I'm really passionate about. Till I joined this program, I'm so happy that I recently signed up my first client for my coaching program, and I'm very grateful to Shashank for helping me identify my passion, encouraging me to pick up that passion and then execute it all the way till cracking that first client. It is almost like being in a 15 years of prison where you're not able to really do anything and then finally breaking out of that into a world of freedom. So thank you, Shashank.
Amazing. So tell us what business actually you are doing and what is your passion and how you have converted your passion into a business.
Yeah. So I help executive men who are separated or unmarried above the age of 40 to find and date their dream women, leading into a meaningful connection and a long-term relationship. So I noticed that this is an area that is not really taken by a lot of coaches, or this is an area of this is a niche which really needs help, and there is really not a lot of help out there. And from my personal experience and transformation, where I have improved my relationships, I thought that this is the right one. In fact, I didn't pick it up right away. I will come to that. But this is the area that I've chosen as my purpose and signed up my first company.
Wow, great. That's a very exclusive business idea, helping single or separated executives 40 years plus. Wow, amazing. So tell us, I mean, why you decided to start your entrepreneur journey instead of just sticking to a 9 to 5 job or finding some other job if this job was not giving you fulfillment?
Yeah, so the thing is, when I passed out of college and joined the job, and in the first week, I clearly remember I was having a very bad sensation looking at the people around me. Everybody is very excited about what they're doing, but I was not able to follow even one thing. And I was like, oh my God, I don't think this is, I was excited to join the job and get that first salary and all that, but I'm like, I cannot do this. Even for a month, I don't think I can do it. And it is indeed a surprise as to how I stayed in this job for 15 years. Over a period of time, I got good at it, but it's not something which really drives me to get up in the morning and like really hit hard and keep wanting to go or like make it a mission. So I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what to do. Like at some point, I thought like, I want to quit my job, but what to do? Like what else? Like get another job? I don't know. And in the year around 2010, I read Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week. So it was an eye opener. I understood that okay, you can do something you really like, and at the same time you can free up your time and make a lot of income and do what you really want to do in life. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do, but how do I do it? Still I didn't know. So I was like, I made a promise to my future self. I said that one day I will do it, no matter what, I will do it, but let me keep this in mind as a long-term goal. I kept thinking about it every day since 2010. I'm sure like almost every day since then I've been thinking about it. And then eventually, that is so it's not something which I decided one fine day. I always wanted to do it.
Great, great. So there was an entrepreneur always in your heart, and it was just finding a hand holding or a way to come out.
Exactly, because my core value, as we identified even in our program, is freedom and independence. So that is what I wanted to always pursue, and I wanted to do something which makes me free while at the same time express my uh, potential to the fullest capability. I didn't want to do something just because I have to make a profit or income and then not feeling fulfilled, because that was what I was doing in my job. I didn't want to do that again. So
Okay, great. So how did you ended up in the relationship niche or becoming a dating consultant or a dating guru?
interesting question, because what I this actually started from my own personal journey and experience. But what I believe is we men, especially our teenagers at heart, when it comes to women and relationships, because when something goes wrong in your relationship or with one specific person, the kind of heartbreak that men goes through, it kind of destroys all other areas of their life, including finances, relationships, fitness, everything goes down, and they don't know how to come out of it. And I went through this kind of experience when I was 24, again, when I was new in my job also. So it kind of created like a big pain in my life, as well as kind of a dark period where I didn't know how to come out of it. And then I started reaching out to mentors, reading books, applying things. At that time, there wasn't any coach really or anybody who was helping men to do it. I had to go through a long, grueling period where I figured out things on myself and make it into a step-by-step system. And within a period of like about 5 years, I got really good at it. Where I started helping my friends, like, and they were getting results just like quick, like whatever I learned, like over the years, they're like getting it in 3 weeks, 1 month. So I'm like, oh wow! And everybody started telling me, the people, even the women that I was dating, they were like, you should teach this. And the guys, the friends that I have, they're like, you should teach this. I'm like, yeah, I should teach this, but how? I don't think I can teach this because I have a job, right? First, let me do some kind of generic business which is safe and then make some money, get out of my job, and then let me try to see how I do that, because it is not straightforward to apply this into a business.
Okay, good. So what were the problems you were facing before joining Passion to Purpose, which were not letting you to be in a place where you are right now?
Yeah, so in the year of 2017, I thought this is the time that I have to seriously build my business alongside my job. But I think this is a mistake that almost everybody makes. That, let's say I'm very good at relationships, I'm good in my fitness life, I'm good in my job, even though it's not my passion. I'm good in all areas. I'm very confident. So what it means is, if I go and apply a stuff like something from YouTube, for example, let me go through a tutorial in YouTube, apply it in business, I'll be successful in 1 month. Yeah, I can do it, right? So I thought like, okay, I'll do it. Then it failed. I was not able to apply anything from YouTube. So I joined the program, and it was again a generic program. What attracted me to that is, it is something which I don't have to take a risk. I don't have to, let's say, do relationship coaching or anything that makes me stand out. It is something which I can do behind curtains. Let's say I don't even have to show my real face. That attracted me. I'm like, okay, because I'm in a job, I can do that. But it didn't really ignite me, and it didn't really motivated me to do that step-by-step action or take any risks. As such, I failed there. And I'm like, oh, I'm a confident person, I'm successful, but why I'm not able to do this? Then I joined another program. Again, the same thing I did. I didn't try to execute my passion. The biggest mistake I did is, I was trying to do things which I'm not passionate about, trying to make some money and then get out of my job and pursue my passion. But the problem with this approach is, I'll not be motivated or really willing to go the extra mile with something you're not passionate about. And also, if you're doing something very generic, you're actually competing against the mass market, literally like hundreds of thousands of people across the globe who want to do that generic thing, right? And all of a sudden, you will be hit with this competition and you'll go down. And I'm like, oh my God, it's 2 years. I'm not able to do anything. I've been trying 2 years. It's been like 2017, 2019. And then in 2020, I decided, okay, I kind of figured out that the reason why I'm not able to do this is because it's not my core strength. I'm doing the same mistake I'm doing in my job. Trying to do something I'm not passionate about, and then trying to make side income or alternate source of income from that. That is a big mistake. I'm like, I want to pursue my passion, but even at that point, I'm like, I have multiple passions in life. I have fitness. I'm good at relationships. Maybe I'm good in like technology. I don't know what to choose. But I knew, okay, I have to pursue my passion. And at that point, I came across your video where you're talking about this thing where you help people specifically to identify that passion. And then the word passion to purpose, you're not telling about passion to money or anything. It's about passion to purpose, and that resonated with me. I'm like, yeah, that is what I want to do. I want to like literally take my passion. I have a purpose in life, in all other areas of my life except within my. I'm not able to make it through business. So let me talk to Shashank, and I'm so glad I did, because I still remember that day,
Yeah.
and we got onto a call. And I was telling you, Shashank, I liked this idea of I want to do this passion, and I think my passion is fitness. And you asked me a few questions. You're like, to really identify if that is my passion. And all of a sudden I realized, yeah, it's my fitness, but this is not my real passion. And you asked, okay, then you really encouraged me to take this relationship coaching, because you thought that I could really crack it. And I didn't really have that courage. I know I have an instinctive feeling, definitely I can do it. But I'm like, how? Like, how do I don't think I can do it. But you literally on that day gave me like a lot of creative ideas on that first strategy session that we had. I'm like, wow, nobody. I've watched maybe thousands of YouTube videos. I have been to other business groups. Nobody literally had talked anything like this. I'm like, I'm signing up. I don't have any other question. If I can even execute half of what you're saying, I was thinking that I will become successful. But the only thing which I was probably still making mistake at that point is I was thinking it will take me at least 18 months, because that's what most people say when you start a new business. It takes about at least 18 months. I'm like, okay, fine. Now we are in 2020. Let 2020 end. So it will be at least 2022 and later than 2022. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's get on with it. So that is another mistake I made. So these are, I think I covered most of the things I was making a mistake on.
I think the average time frame in today's world in launching and making a business profitable is around 4 to 6 months.
Yeah,
That it takes.
and I didn't knew
4 months,
that.
6 months. Yeah. Okay, great. Now tell us about how did you sign your first client? What all you had to go through that did a transformation in your personal life, and how did you went about signing your first client? It is for people who are still on the fence that they want to start, but they don't know how to sign a client.
Yeah. So especially people on the job, especially this is for people on the job. One thing I can tell you is we are very good at technical things. So if you ask me to create like a funnel or create like this technical stuff, I mean, come up with the offer, come up with all these things by myself, sitting inside my home, I can do all this. I'll be doing, and I'm sure most of the people who are in a job will also do it very well, because all we are used to doing that. But the moment you think about going out into the market and making a pitch, or like uh, creating a social media, just a content, or making an offer, or trying something out of your comfort zone, all of a sudden we just get shelled up, because we've been sitting in a cubicle literally for like 10, 15 years inside a cubicle. If somebody asks you, like, can you just get out of that cubicle and do this? All of a sudden we get that problem. So in my multiple attempts of trying to create my side income, which in fact it is not a side income, I don't see this anymore. It is my main purpose. So in that, the main bottleneck that I faced is the moment I came to the part where I had to literally go to the market, right? Okay, it just literally stopped me. I just literally hit the wall. And I remember I called you that day and I told you, Shashank, this is literally like bothering me. And you told me that, okay, take a break. Maybe it is because you are burnt out. I told you, no, this is not that, because I've experienced this multiple times. I'm literally thinking like very irrational thing. And can you please tell me? So you literally got onto a call with me, right, that day, and talked to me for 20 minutes. You did some techniques like, which literally like transformed me. I was like making videos right from the next day. I got into a challenge where I had to literally do things to come out of my comfort zone. And I remember from the second or third month onwards that we started working together, we started having these challenges, which you made me go through. Everything was literally getting me out of my comfort zone. I'm getting like pumped with adrenaline, and every day is like excitement. Every day I know that something is happening. It's just a big shift from my job, where job is like, you get very bored. You're sitting around. You don't know, somehow you want evening to come. But now I'm like literally thinking of getting up in the morning. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And once you do it, that boost of dopamine, and it was like just fueling, and I was able to come out of it. And then what we realized was the first day of when we connected, you had given me some ideas, like some out of the box ideas. This is how we can get back to your niche. You cannot follow what other people are doing in their niche. It may not work for you. And I was like, this seems to be way out of my comfort zone. I cannot do this. But then you're like, do it, just do it. And then when I did it, I'm like, wow, it's not that hard. And then those small wins, right? It kept on like developing. And even then, I had a kind of a limiting belief. I was thinking that, see, I want a specific type of client. I have that picture very clearly in my mind. I know who is my ideal client, like a dream client, as you say, right? I want that person. And some of the people that I'm talking to are not that. I'm like, how do I? Then I'm like, okay, let me compromise. It doesn't really matter. I want to do that MVP validation. I want to like prove that it works. But then I was like pitching people, and all of a sudden that confidence from doing all those challenges, it started coming in. I'm like, why not? Let me go and do it. Nobody's willing to do this particular thing. I will do it. And then I started pitching to exactly the kind of clients I want. I didn't pitch to anybody like who is below the standards that I've set. And all of a sudden I started getting calls from them, inquiries from them. I'm like, wow, this is great. Like I didn't thought that that is possible. Like as you said, my niche is like an exclusive category, and these are people who are hard to reach, or people who don't respond. Maybe that is a limiting belief. I don't think that anymore. But once it started happening, then I'm like, whoa, all I need is the sales skills now. And that is something I've never done in my job. I'm like, what to do now? And then again, you help me. You are like doing a lot of mock calls with me, helping me with suggestions on how you can improve your sales calls. I was doing a lot of practice sessions on sales calls, then giving feedback to you. You were telling me that, okay, this is probably what is not helping. This is what is helping. Yeah. I was literally thinking that I might have to go through like 30, 50 calls to crack one, because I'm thinking like I'm a rookie, like that is what people say, right? But I'm telling you, like I've done only like very few calls, because every person who was coming to that call is highly qualified, right? The way we did it, it was not like a hit and trial. It is like highly targeted. While they're coming and sitting in front of me, highly qualified. So if anything is not happening, it's because I'm very new and I'm not. And very quickly, I was like able to correct that with your help. And then it is like, fact, I'm like, wow, my percentage, it's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I still have to like really work it and come up with the actual number, but it happened very fast. And then I thought like, okay, I should have really, and the method which you were asking, it is a combination of a lot of things and not something which is very generic. We had tried like a lot of brainstorming and a lot of creativity into that, and combination of techniques to come up with the actual outreach method. And it is completely organic. We didn't do any paid marketing so far. And this person, the client, is extremely like the dream client, exactly how I wanted, and somebody who's committed, willing to take action, all of that. And yeah, so when it happened, I was like, this is awesome, right? Like everything is what we have been doing from the time I joined. Everything is coming into a picture, and it was that block in my mind that it would take time. Actually, this could have happened in 4 months, if at all I thought that it is possible, right? It's about me coming out of my shell and you helping me. That's what literally helped me to close the client.
Great. So tell me this, how about, like a lot of people have this problem that they cannot manage their work life. And when they think about starting something on the side alongside their job, they think it's not possible. So how did you manage your work life versus the entrepreneurship hustle?
Yeah, actually, it is valid for people who are not doing the right thing. Because when I started in 2017, I was using a lot of time management techniques. I was like putting like a lot of things. I can tell you like very detailed thing. I was tracking everything. I was doing it for maybe 3, 4 months. Hard work, right? Hard work of tracking something. Then I leave it. Okay, not because that time management thing was not working, because what I was doing is really not what I was passionate about. See, how long can you really balance something if you're not passionate about for a long term? But I remember when I came to you, I told you that I had a mindset problem with respect to keeping consistent or not able to like push through certain blocks. So you told me that okay, there could be mindset issue, but the number one thing is about passion. Are you passionate about what you're doing? You actually showed me like in a diagram and all that. Like then I'm like, no, it made sense, right? It's logical. Like if you're not passionate about something, how are your mind going to push through challenges? So another thing is you gave me a really good list of routines and things for mindset, a combination of things which is specific for me. I'm sure like you didn't give me a lot. You're like, see, these are the 3 things you need to do. Do it every day. So, and it is easy. It's not, it doesn't really take much time. So I started doing that in the morning. All of a sudden, I'm like, I want to do my work in business, right? So I keep waiting for my job time to get over. I'm waiting for that 7 p.m. so that I can go and do this activity. And again, next day, again, I have to do the mindset thing. Again, I'll get that motivation. I have to do my activity. Then over a period of time, what I realized is now I don't even have to track time really, because I'm doing what I wanted or more. And eventually it came to a time period where I kept on working late in the night. And I was telling you, Shashank, I'm not able to sleep because I'm working late in the night. You're like, why are you doing that? You're like, you should like close things at a certain time. Then I'm like, okay. So now I need to like put in real structures and things into place, because my mind had really picked it up. And there was no question about balance at that point. It was like motivation, right? It had become subconscious. It became like, okay, I get up in the morning, I think about it, I go at this time, I do my work, and then it's completed. And the funny thing is, I told you this, the last 2 weeks, actually, it was not conscious. Last 2 weeks, at the end of the week, I just was doing a reflection on what I did. I ended up working more time in my business than in my job while doing my job correctly. I didn't really compromise on the job either. Somehow, the amount of time in a week, not weekends, like just in a week, the side time I was doing was more than what I was doing in my job. And it surprised me. I'm like, wow, how is it possible? I was thinking in the beginning, how do I do this, right? So it's about your mind driving you. Because, for example, if I'm a person who takes coffee in the evening, nobody has to go and come and tell me that you have to go and drink that coffee, right? I will just simply get up subconsciously and get that coffee. Same thing. And even this weekend, I was tracking my hours. I had worked. I don't want to tell, but the amount of time I had spent is what most people actually spend on their business in a week. Like just on the weekend, it was like a lot of time, and it didn't happen like because of my balancing or anything. It's a mindset. It's in your mind now. It is just because if you think about it, some people watch Netflix, right? Some new series, they end up binge watching it like 30, 40 hours in a week alongside their job.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So it's just matter of priority. That's what you're saying. What
Passion.
passion?
And your mindset technique, because the technique, without the technique, I don't think still the passionate about is one thing, but keeping your mind right is very, very important, because mind is what ultimately makes everything work.
Very true. Well said. So tell us about how this program has helped you apart from building your business, generating revenue, getting high ticket clients. But has this program helped you in your personal transformation apart from building a business as well?
Yeah, because I would say I developed my personal life very well. Relationship, of course, being a coach, it is my core strength. Fitness, I'm very good with that. But if I have to take one big limiting or thing in my life, it's about the fact that I was working for 15 years in a cubicle, right? Without really like getting out of that shell. And I didn't know this was limiting me in a lot of ways. I never knew. I always thought that I'm cool. I'm like doing things, but actually, I had hesitation like putting myself in a video. I had hesitation like reaching out to a certain kind of people. I was constantly thinking what certain type of people will think of me, even though I thought that I don't care about that anymore. The moment I had to do certain things, I was like, what will people think? What will people say? What will my parents think? But the funny thing is, nobody really cares in that way that we think it is. But it's about coming out of that shell. And I will tell you this, Ashang, I've achieved a lot of big things in life with respect to my other areas of my life. I've felt really a lot of accomplishments and achievements and happiness, but the amount of excitement that I've gone through in the last 6 months, every day in, day out, like I can really tell you it is bigger than anything I've experienced so far. It is amazing. I never thought. I always thought that business is easy. You can just like go and like it's not a big deal. Like everybody's doing it. It's not actually. If you do it the right way, when you convert your passion to purpose, the amount of fulfillment, it is so amazing, because that's Steve Jobs thing, right? You have to ask yourself every day, am I like, if today's the last day of my life, will I still keep doing what I'm about to do? So the answer was no for a long time when I was not doing it. But now it is yes. It is always yes. And it is such a amazing feeling, and it is true fulfillment. That is what I have to say. So that is amazing personal transformation. And I'm an introvert. I don't feel that anymore that way, because I used to think I'm an introvert. But how will I go and talk to that person? How will I go to pitch that person? But now I'm like, there is nothing like that. It's about if you have the right passion, if you are able to execute it along with the right mentor, nothing is really an obstacle. Like it's just limitations in our mind.
Yeah, truly. Very true. Very true. So what advice, if one advice you want to give to old Samim, 6 months old back, what advice would you give it to him?
Number one thing I will tell him is don't. First of all, initially it was my overconfidence. I would tell him that okay, everything take like you need help. Most people think that it is very easy. You can watch a YouTube and do it, right? And waste a lot of time. Even the clients that I'm speaking to now, the thing that I see in them is they think that it is something. I mean, there are so many YouTube videos. You just watch a few YouTube videos, do it. Okay, do it. What happens? You will end up in years and years and years of struggle. That is number one. Number two is getting out of your shell when it comes to business. It's very different than getting out of your shell in other areas of your life. Business is something which will challenge you to your core, which will challenge some of your deepest beliefs, because sometimes people will say things which you really don't appreciate or expect. Something will happen, something will fail, something that very simple for you to do in business, it will take months, right? So all these things will really challenge you to the core. So the thing which I will tell my old self is you definitely need a mentor. Number one, no way. That is why when I came to you, you asked me like, you know everything about business, why do you need me? I'm like, I need somebody to like handhold me, show me step by step, because I stop at certain points. You have to help me, like push me through it. So get that mentor. And third thing is, don't think that it will take a lot of time. Don't think that it is going to be very hard, right? Now that is the number one thing I will tell you. Just get the right mentor, find your passion, and again get out of your shell, because some of those days will be very hard. Like you'll think that I don't want to do the video today, or I don't want to call that client today. You have to do it. So these are the things I'll tell him.
Great, great, amazing, amazing, man. So, if someone wants to reach out to you for your services, how do they reach out to you? Do you have a website, if you can, or a page?
Yeah, so they can reach out, they can check out my website. It is samim7.com. And also you can, Shashank, I'll give you the link. You can put it in the description so that they can go watch that training. So they can watch the training and book a time with me. There is a calendar there. So it will give me a meeting invitation and I can help them with the strategy session. And also they can find me on Facebook, and I'm available on Facebook also.
Okay, so your profile on Facebook is available with the name, or your page name is?
It is samim.selling3. I'll give you the link.
Okay, great, great. So one last question, Samim. I know you are short of time. So what advice you want to give to your fellow corporate professionals who are still on the fence, whether they should join Passion to Purpose or they should consider building a business around their passion without quitting their job? So what advice you want to give?
Yeah. So number one thing is, don't quit your job right away and try things, because I've talked to so many people who have tried quitting and trying to do something which they're doing in their job. They try to replicate and they fail without because they didn't really connect a lot of things. So the number one advice which I give them is, don't quit your job, keep your job, and reach out to somebody like Shashank, because there are so many mentors in the business world who will teach you how to build your business. But the pain areas that we have as employees, right? Former employees, the thing is, we are in a shell. The corporate culture has literally like literally enslaved you and kind of put barriers, so much barriers around you. You won't be able to execute some of the things which other coaches or programs will tell you. If you go through a course, let's say, or your online course, and it is generic, it is for everybody. And if you try to execute it as an employee, there will be things you won't be able to execute, which a college student will be able to just like that do it. So the challenges are very unique. You have to really go through with the help of somebody who has done it before. Otherwise, it will be 10 years. I think whatever you can do in 4 months, you won't even be able to do in 10 years by yourself. That is my honest thing which I myself understood. So they have to reach out to Shashank. Shashank is definitely my number one. I have referred other people also, like recommended to a lot of people, because if you're an employee, there is not too many people who understands this particular problems like the way Shashank does. And the creative marketing, that is another thing. Everything is marketing when it comes to today's world of becoming a coach or a consultant. It's all about marketing, and you cannot go and market just like the way everybody is doing. You will just get lost in that sea of thing, and you'll not get any result and quit it. Most people quit. So don't be one of those people. You really need help with respect to coming out of your shell, just like the way I did. Reach out to Shashank, join this program, and I'm sure he won't be like offering it at this low price for a long time, because I'm telling you, very quickly he's going to raise his prices, and you would have lost that opportunity. So now is like the golden opportunity. If anybody wants to join now. Don't waste any more time. This is the right opportunity.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Samim, for all the kind words. And again, many, many, many congratulations to you for your achievements. And I hope more achievements are lined up for you in the future, and we'll have another call when you reach another milestone of maybe
Definitely.
a million or more. So till the time, keep hustling, keep following the system, and I'm sure you'll bring amazing results.
Thank you, Shashank. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.